And then all of a sudden, blood just starts staining the pants that I'm wearing. And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, you're cut open.
Way open. Yeah.
Stitches bad.
Yeah. Hello.
Hell. I mean, yeah.
What's up?
Stoked to be here.
Welcome. We are just past the holidays. I mean, a little ways past the holidays.
It's a great year. It's been emotional for everybody, I'm sure, but we're here and I feel positive about it. Even with all the other things that the news tries to bring me, I'm like, no, this is
full disclosure. While we were recording our last show with Staub, I got a text that one of our kids had COVID during the show.
That's why.
I had
this feeling at the end that you were like, okay, well, we're wrapping it up. And I'm like, okay,
it was a little hectic. And we had these big plans and
I haven't talked to you.
Yeah, things got a little crazy.
Out of it.
Yeah. Well, we had two kids with COVID last Christmas.
Were you going to go somewhere?
No,
then?
we went later on in the year. I mean, I can't remember when. It was still during vacation, and it was they had time to test negative by then. But that was before vaccines, and it was just like
right.
It was.
But
it was
this time, I remember you had like a booked thing.
Yes,
for everybody to go on.
That thing that we're talking about.
Right.
And luckily, what happened was, it was that day, and there was enough time to clear him of it.
Okay, because I was wondering how you pulled it off, because I saw photos. I mean, you don't look like you're in San Diego.
It was hectic. Yeah, it was hectic. But it just like all of a sudden, the energy in my household was just like, oh my, what are we doing? What's happening? Like, we're not going. I don't know. Half of us are going to stay here. Half of us aren't. It was.
So you were contemplating that at one point?
Oh, we had to. Yeah, absolutely.
So some kids were going to be.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
And then some kids chose not to go at all because they just felt uneasy about going away with everything that's happening right now. And me too. Like I was worried about getting stuck there because there's no guarantee that we're not going to pick something up there. And then, I mean, Omicron just.
I know it got my show. Everybody on the show was not on the show.
And so the last day we were in Mexico, Bradley got super sick, and I was like, we're not going home, and this is a problem. But you had to get tested. You had to get tested to fly home, and he didn't have it.
He didn't have it.
No,
he just got a cold.
He just got a cold. Yeah, right. but I'm sure there was some psychosomatic issues there too, where it's like, I'm sick, I'm really sick, and then it was rough. Like I had a rough last day poor me, but I definitely had a rough day of our last day of vacation where I was just worried. That was it.
That you were just going to live in Mexico for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Or what are we going to do? I don't know.
He gives it to you. You give it to him.
I wasn't even worried about that. It was just more like, what do we do to navigate this? And I just don't want Riley to be stuck here either.
Right.
But I was definitely going to stay there with him.
Right. Which means you're living in Mexico.
Yeah. It's not like we could just rent this place another week or so.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems difficult. Yeah,
anyway.
I ducked it. I stayed at home for the break, but the kids came, and then in the morning I got a text saying from their mother saying that she's sick and so's her husband, and they gave it to the kids, but they tested themselves and they don't have COVID. So I'm in the middle of, you cannot not be you. For one day,
yeah.
You need to be everywhere you're asked to, because I'm in the spot right now. It's make or break to me. I can feel it. And it's a bigger deal to me than her. Like, they're sick. What do you mean they're sick? So they did a week in my house where I text them from their room and say, do you want food?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, the food's here, get it.
We've been through that 5 times now in our household, where there's someone living in the house, but they are completely isolated. And luckily,
it's so weird.
Like Miles has a back door so he can go outside and go do stuff. But when Calvin was sick, Calvin is kind of in the center zone of the house. So it was more like, all right, Calvin's coming out. Everyone scatter.
Fuck.
He's got a mask on. He's going to get food or
And then you
whatever.
got to clean everything
exercise.
after he leaves the room.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like
down.
that the first time. The second time, we were a little more experienced, so we understood what worked. But yeah, my daughter too, and she was just kind of sucking. But I was worried about her mostly because she hadn't been through it, and she was just going to be kind of stuck in her room.
Okay.
But the first night, I heard her laughing hysterically with her friends on a FaceTime, so like she's fine.
That is the good thing about the future of the kids and their phones, and they don't feel like they're not home alone.
They're not completely alone, right?
They're doing stuff the whole time. I'll go in there and like, you need anything? They're like, you're kind of annoying me by coming into my room. You know that?
Oh yeah. Oh please.
And I'm like, okay, well then I'll just leave for another 6 hours. And they're like, yes, please do.
It does. It's weird because you feel like there's a neglect, but at the same time that no, they just want that. They're doing their thing.
Yeah. No one's hard done by it all. No one's looked at me and go, oh, I wish I could go to dinner. They don't want to go.
No.
They'd way
I
rather
felt actually my daughter asked me last night. She's like, "Can we go out to dinner?
Oh.
Can we?" And she's like, "I want to go to a diner." Like, cool,
Weird.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So we
Should
went.
watch a Netflix show that triggered that?
I don't
Like,
know.
how's that?
Yeah, I know. She's like, I'm kind of into diners right now. Yeah, okay. Let's go to a
How
diner.
did she discover diners?
Got cheeseburgers and milkshakes.
Oh, that is pretty cool. Wow,
That's pretty cool.
That makes me hungry right now. I like that.
Actually, you'll like it because I went to the local place Ruby's here.
Yeah.
They make Impossible Burgers now.
Oh, it's all about that now, huh?
Well, I mean, it's not all about that, but you can get you can get a super packed, greasy burger with Impossible meat. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, my daughter's all about those things.
All
right.
What was I going to tell you? Go ahead. You go.
About what I'm doing?
I forgot. Yeah, I was going to say something, but I totally spaced it.
I don't. I've had sweaty palms for 3 days.
So that's right. You're doing a huge show
tomorrow.
Yes.
So
I'm
when this comes out, I'm
going to be there.
I'll be a shattered or glorious man. Which one I don't know yet, but I feel good about it. I like nerves.
How did that seem pretty last minute? I mean, you were booked a week ago and it's happening tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I posted my stand-up with Ryan Sickler. That was a couple of months ago. And somebody said to me on a live on Instagram, "Did you see Whitney Cummings message you?" And I was like, "No, I don't believe that's possible." And
like
I'm a huge
DM?
fan. Yeah, no, on the actual video. Like, so everybody could see it.
Oh, damn.
You should do some gigs with me. And I was like, no, she didn't. So then I go back there and I see it. But it was weeks after I posted that. So I replied to her and was like, yeah, I totally would. But no reply because she didn't see it. And then I thought about DMing her a few times. I actually I typed out one once and went, I can't do it. It just feels wrong. So I didn't do it. And then somebody bought my book and posted it. And I reposted it because I feel like now that I'm not on radio, my book has the potential to sell now. Like, I feel like people are like, oh, I didn't know you had a second book. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting that a lot. So she DMs me and goes, yes. And I'm like, cool. You like that I have a book? Still no balls to go, hey, you like my book? I do comp. I'm trying to do comp. No, didn't do anything. And then the next day she messaged me and said, hey, I'm doing some gigs. Would you like to join me? And I was like, yeah. You got to be joking me. Here's my number. And then I text her, hey, it's Jason. Just nervous, man, that I'm even talking to her. And then I think the next day, we want you to do some stuff in San Diego on this date. And I just still 7th. I'm like, yep, cool. And then I go, I'll be
7th
there.
7th seems like a year away.
Yeah. And then I look at the date and I'm like, that's Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I thought I could like maybe relax for a couple of weeks before I made myself stress the fuck out that I'm going to be doing stand-up before Whitney Cummings in front. And then I found out on my show, it's a theater. It's 1,300 people. It's sold out really quickly. I'm like,
oh yeah,
not worthy at all. so much anxiety. But I was like, look, you were so stressed with the Ryan Sickler one, and then you put it on YouTube. Not one person said you suck. Every single person was like, man, you should do it. You should do more. I thought you said you sucked. That's a lie. You're awesome.
You like, posted your whole act?
Yeah. But it's not my whole, I'm not, people were like, you're going to do that? And you don't, and I'm like.
How long is it?
It was 15 minutes. It's the longest I've ever done.
How long are you doing?
20. There are people text me and go,
is it
hey,
that much heavier to do 5 more minutes?
I don't even know. I don't even know the answer to that, dude. At one point, I was like, problem solved. I'll do jokes about Tony Hawk for 5 minutes and fill it. I know. Awesome. And then I go, and then I get
And then you thought, he'll be right in the audience watching me.
And then right? I thought,
I don't want to, I'm just kidding.
And then I thought, yeah, I'll point him out and then his life will be ruined.
Yeah, don't do that.
And then I was like, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, then don't do that. So don't worry, you're safe. I'm not doing it. It was like an hour where I was like, oh man, I could be like, hey, you know who you remind me of? And I could just like lead myself onto the Tony Hawk joke of you look like Tony Hawk. But then I was like, he's going to leave and the whole place is going to swarm him. So fucking don't do that. And I was like, wait, I've never had a big stage before. So I was like, maybe I can do 5 minutes walking from one side to the other. I don't even know how to walk yet.
Hey, if it helps your act, you can do it. It's okay.
Oh man, what a guy.
I can find an escape route if I need one. I've done it before.
Just no. Okay. So if I look like I'm in trouble and there's a bit of a stall,
it'll be all right.
Watch out.
You can do it.
When I start going,
you have my blessing.
Oh wow. All right. Well, maybe I'll start writing those down now.
Huh.
But I do think that I can do 20 minutes without leaning on my buddy over here with a, hey guys, you heard of Tony Hawk? He's right there. Help me.
Kathy and I went to see Carrot Top in Vegas. And
when did you do that?
Oh, this is years ago. It's probably like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. But this is so ridiculous. We went and we both, somehow bathroom was too crowded. We were late, whatever, to get in. And then we got in and we're like, oh, go to the bathroom when we get a chance, right? And we got up to go to the bathroom probably halfway through his show. Yeah. He didn't see us leave. And he does this thing where he picks out people in the audience to do shots with.
Okay.
And I guess while we were gone, he did this whole thing like, let's do a shot with Tony Hawk. And then spotlight goes to our seats and they're empty.
I know, you fucking bad. You're like easy with the box of tricks, dude. Man, he was like, so the whole crowd's like, and he didn't like it. He left.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, I assume most people didn't know I was there or whatever, cared. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But then the fact that we weren't there just made it look bad.
Yeah.
That either we left or hadn't been there in the first place.
Yeah.
And then we returned and everyone's like, oh, they are here. Oh. And we're like, what happened?
Did he mention that you'd came back?
Yeah, but it was really awkward because he didn't give the context of it. He was like, oh, hey, you're here. You're back. And we're like, what happened? And they're like, dude, he came over to do a shot with you.
Man, that was kind of a good move, the bathroom break. I might remember that. There you go. If I run out with material, I'll be like, I'm going to do a shot with Tony Hawk. Yeah. Just rip off Carrot Top.
We did see, but we went and saw Sam Kinison in his heyday.
Yeah.
At SCSU. It was awesome. But he had a thing where he would pick out people from the audience to just riff with and bring them up on stage sometimes. And I remember I was with my friend Greg and we had aisle seats and I was like, dude, I don't want to be seen by him. I don't want to be called out by Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm into it. Put me in the aisle. Let's go. Like, come on, pick me. He didn't, but
okay.
But yeah, it was so great.
What year was that?
It's
a long time ago, right?
Before he passed away.
Right.
Yeah, I want to say 89, 88, maybe 89. Could be 90.
So when he picked people out of the crowd, what does he do with them? What did he do with them?
A lot of times he would just make fun of them, like their answer stuff. But then he had a thing where they had a radio contest of people telling their sob stories about relationships. And they had already pre-picked these people to actually come on stage and tell their story, and then he calls the person that scorned them live on stage,
and hopefully they
destroys them.
That's awesome.
It was pretty insane.
That's a genius idea, especially that guy, because man, he can put you in check. You don't have to know who he is. He's a frying champion.
I remember one guy came out and he's like, so nervous. I felt bad. I was like, oh, well, I came home and I found her like with my best friend and you know, they were in the middle of it and he's like, let's call her. Let's call her right now. And then he calls her and he's like, hey, what's up, Jen? It's Sam. I'm here with about 4,000 friends. And we just want to tell you, you're a fucking bitch.
Oh, man, you give me so many ideas for my 5 minutes that I don't have right now.
There you go. You're welcome.
Anybody been cheated on recently? Anyone want to do a shot? Fucking help me.
You're just grabbing anything from all.
You do a shot with me and give me your phone. I'll call your mother. Like, I'm going to,
Who are these people? You're just going to a Seinfeld thing. You're just all over the place.
Cheers to 2022 and the revolutions you can actually keep. Resolutions. Stay in school. It's all about having clean, shiny balls all year round. And our sponsor at Manscaped are here to save your balls this year and make the ball drop of 2022 the cleanest and sexiest ever. Set your first New Year's resolution with good intentions and join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. With the exclusive offer, go to manscaped.com, use the promo code HawkWolf for 20% off free shipping. I am a man that sometimes the only thing I change is length of hair and where it is, but it is always maintained. I'm like, maybe I'm going to have some hairy balls, but not too hairy. And then I'm like, you know what? That was a bad idea. So then that's gone. And I'm like, man, my chest is getting too hairy. Because at one point I thought it was pretty cool. I don't stop. I'll shave my eyebrows off when I get bored. I Manscaped is like my second wife.
Are you reading all that?
Yep. No, that's my soul. That came from my soul, Tony.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, good.
Come on, man. You trim your nose hairs.
Speak from the heart.
That's all it was. From my hairless heart to yours. Everybody check it out. 20% off free shipping. Use the code HawkWolf at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the promo code HawkWolf. It's New Year, no pubes for 2022 with Manscaped. Hey, ShipStation, man, let's talk about it. Do you like packages? Do you like your packages showing up? Do you like not getting dicked around? Can I say that? You know what I mean? Do you want to get your stuff? Do you want people to get stuff when you send it to them? I use ShipStation because I give stuff away to people. And you know what I don't like? DMs with fans that say that they didn't get it. I don't like that.
Same.
So ShipStation is probably the thing that you would want to use because it's tried and trusted. And all of us, all of us guys use it too. ShipStation, we've got a deal here for Hawk Wolf listeners. Use the offer code WOLF and get 60 days a free trial. So look, just try. If you don't like it, then maybe I was lying. But why are they saying do this, Jason? Because they're pretty cocky. They're pretty confident. So 2 months free, no hassle, stress-free shipping. Go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in Wolf. That's ShipStation, everybody. Make ship happen.
Man, speaking of Seinfeld, I've had this thing with the drifting speed dating game, and then I talked to Mike from Liquid Death, and he was like, "That's a good idea. You ever see drinking coffee in cars with the?" I'm like, "Yeah. I love that show." And he's like, "Imagine if you did like drifting with comedians." I was like, that's very funny.
See who gets scared.
Obviously, I don't have the power to book Jerry Seinfeld or any of those people, but I could get Ryan Sickler in the passenger seat and scare the living shit out of him. And then, who knows where it would go. But I was like, wow, that is... So I'm still holding on to the idea of a show where I get comedians in the passenger seat and I interview them while I drift.
While scaring them.
Yeah. My only problem is, can I talk while I drift? Because I'm pretty bad.
Yeah, I've done a few things like that where people, it's supposed to be you're going through something and being interviewed, and sometimes it's weird. I'd say the hot ones is the exception.
Okay.
Because that's, it's fun to see people kind of go through those stages of it.
Yeah.
But there have been times where I've done shows where they're trying to do something else at the same time, and it's like, it doesn't, because at some point everyone's just kind of They always wanted to do. I know what it was. They always wanted me to do interviews while playing video games.
Oh, okay.
And at some point, I'm just in it. I'm trying to get a combo, and I can't really have a flow of conversation.
Right. Which
I'm just
no, you're right. There's definitely
not trying to be like.
No, it's not. I haven't got it hasn't all been ironed out. It's just an idea where if you could do it, because also the audio of the car's loud. How do you get to hear everybody and cut the car sound out? Like there's a lot to it, but there is a way. Mic'd up. There's a way to do it, but it also, you're right. To talk is like to get a legitimate answer or give him a question where he actually heard the question.
Yeah, it's distracting by nature.
Maybe karaoke while I drift. Like you just sing a song in the.
Well, Howard Stern, they did karaoke while getting a proctology exam.
Oh wow! Yeah, that could change a note or two. Might even lose a couple of notes.
Next level.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's it. We're just pitching ideas here.
Why not? It's hot right now. It could be a complete fail or it could be a complete success. My idea is if you've got ideas, then you're on your way. Just keep going with ideas.
I was telling you that I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't know when it's going to air, but I got pitched an idea to be a guest star on a show.
Okay.
A reality show. I just told you about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Before we started.
Yeah.
And the idea was very specific in me performing tricks.
Yeah. That's not normal, is it? When you get a TV gig where they ask for specific tricks, or is that a thing that happens to you?
And usually it's like Tony does a trick and then does a harder trick and then it's they're not pretending to know skate moves.
Right, they don't know.
But this one had
somebody knows.
Very specific tricks that I'm going to do supposedly on this ramp. And the ramp that they were going to provide it just got changed, but the ramp they're going to provide was small.
It's their ramp.
I don't know. It's some ramp they're going to rent because they don't have the budget to rent our ramp. And
awesome.
And honestly, like I'm barely getting paid to do it. It just sounded like a fun project.
Okay.
So I was just down to do it because it was cool.
Yeah.
But then I got this pitch, and it was like Tony does a 360 flip to Weddle grab. I was like, what? Dude, who? Is there some like hardcore vert skater planted in this crew in the studio? And then it was like, and then he makes it. And then he does 360 backside ollie to board slide. I was like, I've done like 4 of those in my life.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, and people who don't skate won't know how hard that is.
Right.
It's just like
the very first thing was a McTwist. It was like, Tony does a McTwist. And I go, oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. Makes sense.
And then it went to these other tricks, and I just thought, what? Are you just picking, like, it's either someone that absolutely knows hardcore skating, skates vert, and is in the staff and is like, you throw these tricks, making these tricks. Or someone's just searching ridiculous skate terms.
Or could it be they're trying to relate to you by giving you tricks where they know you. It
looks like, I know that Audio Shoes a long time ago, they printed or whatever, did an ad with like all these tricks that I invented.
Yeah. Yeah, so they've Googled that.
It seems like that they were pulling from that list.
Right.
But the thing is that they said McTwist. I didn't invent that. I never claimed to invent that. So maybe they just know that trick and then they just kind of went, I don't know.
Oh, okay. They want you to do the things that you invented.
Is
900 on the list?
Not on that one.
Fucking may as well be.
Yeah, why not? And then Tony does a 900 varial.
Yeah, why not?
For the first time ever.
Yeah, why not?
For our show.
Why not invent some shit for it? That's such a... I'm stoked that they know that, but I'm also like, hey, man, I thought you wanted me to come and have fun. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what it takes to make those tricks? Because that's not fun. It's like hard
It was a while
work.
when I was doing the rounds of talk shows, especially in the early 2000s, when they were like, all right, well, when you come out on stage, like when you walk on stage, can you skate on stage and do a 900 on the way to the seat? And I was like, I don't know how to break this down to you, but
wow, a 900 on the way to the seat.
Like it was there's no ramp. They just don't even. They knew some terminology.
Yeah.
They knew what I was famous for, and it was just like, yeah. Then you're gonna. It was like you're gonna leave the backstage curtain and then levitate to your seat.
Can you float to your chair?
Yeah, just float there, spin around a couple times in the air.
Do you think they think 900 is a kickflip? Because I did notice that you've been put under pressure. For me, a vert dude, and I know he is a all-terrain vehicle, but he's definitely more of a vert dude. And when they go do a kickflip on the way to the stage, for vert guys,
dude,
asking for a kickflip on cue is on TV where you don't get a second one is some bullshit.
The highlight is going to be you crashing, landing primo.
Right. But I've seen you do it several times, dude, where I'm like, I can't believe you do it.
My proudest moment of doing that was I did the show Whose Line Is It Anyway? Do you know that one?
Yep.
The improv show.
Yep.
And they had what's his name? Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady's the man from
So they had Wayne Brady. They're like, all right, we need you know how they just throw ideas at them?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need Wayne to do a song about Tony in skate punk music. And then all of a sudden this band starts playing.
Yeah.
And then he just starts riffing like he's Tony Hawk. He'll make you, he rips. He'll do a kickflip. And I'm on my board on carpet,
next to him,
like doing tic tacs, joking around. And I was like, oh no. Did he really just, you can see it. You can go look up the clip too on YouTube or whatever. You can see my face drop like, oh, fuck, dude. And I did it.
And you just did it, no problem.
I did it. And I remember I landed and I was like, yes. And then I start doing tic tacs, like really excited. Because it was like, nothing stopping me now. I got this for sure.
Yeah, because you've fooled everybody that you make that every single time.
Dude, and that we are not retaking that.
No.
That was not it wasn't gonna be like, all right, let's start over. No, that was it. One try.
Yeah, that is skateboarding, and no one knows who skateboarding is, and vert guys and street guys where they're like, so you can go down that rail, right? And I'm like, no. And they're like, but you're like one of the better skateboarders in the world. I'm like, on the vert ramp,
yeah, it's impossible to
but
explain
not
to people.
here.
Yeah.
And they're like, but that doesn't make any sense to me. I thought they said you were great. I did the movie, the Paul Blart Mall Cop, where I got accidentally picked for that through my MMA coach because he was friends with Kevin James. So I'm just there, and they go, you bring your skateboard? I'm like, yeah. Why? And they're like, you're a skateboard villain in this movie. And I'm like, oh, okay. I thought I was just an MMA guy. So, and then they go, okay, Jason, your scene's up, because everyone has scenes where they're chasing people. And they go, can you do like a big air over this in the mall, over this this doorway? And I was like, you mean wall ride and then fly into the air? No. And I need like a transition. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they built one, and it was like a 1.5 foot transition, like a little bank. So they're trying to make it not visible.
Yeah, so it looks like, yes.
They're like, you just rode up the wall and did a back sit in.
It looks like a photo studio with the wall, but super tight transition.
Yeah, so I go, look, I can get up this wall, but I'm not flying through the air with a 1 foot transition. That doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know who can.
You can't.
So I'm doing these kick turns, and a couple times I fell off, and the camera guy's like, I thought you were pro. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of washed up, but also, if you put a big quarter pipe over here, I would impress you a little bit. But the director was on Doug Benson's show with me, and was like, yeah, Jason, I remember him from the movie I directed. Worst skateboarder I've ever dealt with. And I was like, he's not joking. Like he's serious. And you're acting, because all my talking scenes were in the deleted scenes on DVD. Worst actor and skateboarder I've ever dealt with. And I was like, he's not there's no joke here. Like,
wow.
He's like, and I was
That's
like,
harsh.
Yeah, I didn't have any comeback. I was like, I'm not going to explain. Hey man, put a fucking vert ramp right here and I'll show you that I don't suck. But I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I do suck.
One of the first things I ever turned down when things were starting to blow up in the early 2000s was a part in the movie Master of Disguise. Did you see that?
No, wait.
I think it was Dana Carvey.
Oh, yep, yeah, where he does all the different, yep.
And I read the script, and I didn't have the best gauge of what's going to be a blockbuster, what's not, or whatever.
Yeah.
But the script I read did not thrill me.
It wasn't a very good movie.
So the script was not good than when I read it. And then the very last scene is that he's disguised as me, and I do a 900 over the building that he's standing on top of and knock him down. And I save the day. But then the master of disguise pulls the mask off and it's actually him.
Yeah.
But I read it and I was like, okay, first of all, I don't think the script's funny. And secondly, this last scene doesn't work at all logistically. And
you would do a 900 that hits somebody.
It was somehow I didn't actually see the movie, but the villain is on top of a building or something, or he's on a spire or something like that. And then that's how it was presented to me. And somehow I ride up another part of the building and do a 900 and knock him out.
See, now that's when 900s go wrong. You did a 900 and it was very cool that you did it. And now TV and movie want you to do it off the side of a building. It's like, do you know how the reason everyone's really pumped on that is because it's barely possible to do that.
Yeah.
Off a building makes it way harder. Almost impossible, you could say. I did watch that movie. It was terrible.
So
he was the worst. That turtle was a bad idea.
Good career choice for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't they do for a movie like that?
It was the same group. It was the same group that did the movie The New Guy.
I didn't see that.
That one was funny.
What's that one about?
It's about a guy this kid who starts at a new high school and tries to sort of put on a tough persona because he's nervous that he's at a new high school and he's kind of nerdy and whatever. So he kind of reinvents himself. Yeah. He's the new guy. And I become friends with him, but I'm me. And then I show up at this party he goes to and whatever. It's kind of silly, but.
You didn't do it?
Oh, I did it. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Wait,
I did it with the O'Connell brothers. I did a scene with them where we're at the football game and I'm cheering for the other team, but I'm in their stands. Yeah. And then they're all pissed at me because I keep cheering for Rocky Creek, and they're just like, shut up. And then finally they break a skateboard over my head.
Wait, I can see this movie?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I can't believe I didn't see this movie. Somebody breaks a skateboard over your head for cheering for the
O'Connell brothers.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. That was fun. So it was the same. So those guys, I had a good relationship with the guys the producers of that movie.
Yeah.
And then they came up with the whatever it was, Master of Disguise.
Yeah.
And we're just on a roll. We're doing movies. And then I just said, you guys, no.
So when you said no to the 900, did your movie career end? Did they go, he's hard to deal with. He won't do a 900 up a building. Did that?
I think that was around the same time that Skate Jam was supposed to happen, and that didn't happen. So maybe, I don't know.
Because you would do more movies where you're acting and talking. You would do that.
No, I've done them sporadically. I mean, it wasn't like my whole career just came to a grinding halt.
But you would do. Do you find acting to be like nerve-wracking and stuff?
I mostly have been asked to just play myself. So that's like I did Parental Guidance.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be me, but I'm doing scenes and whatever, but it's not like I'm a grandma.
Right.
It's not like I'm completely out of character. So.
Right. Yeah, I was so bad that they made me go to a studio to do voiceovers of me pushing. So I had to be like, and I'm like, I don't make sounds when I push, but okay, I'll do that for you guys. And then there's a scene where I see the explosion, I see the bomb before it goes off, and I go, oh no. And apparently I did not do my oh no good enough. So when the movie came out, it's my face going, and it's an American guy going, oh no.
Like Outback Steakhouse.
And I'm like, did I just get oh no? Like, wow. I can't do oh no. That's how bad of an actor I am, apparently. I'll never forget. I'm like, there I am. Oh no. I'm like, I didn't say that.
Wow.
I did not say that.
That's hard. And
then
I'm going to look for that now.
That's in the movie. Yeah, they didn't delete that. But the deleted scene one was, bless his heart. You know, the director came out after I did the lines and he goes, that was good. But can you do it a little more like this?
Yeah. When they say that was good, but it wasn't good.
No, by the third one, they were like, okay, that'll do. And I was like, oh, I failed.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on.
We're moving on.
And I'm like, that was a lot. A lot of people were there for that. Like, I really fucked that. Sorry.
When we did Triple X.
Yeah, I was there for that. Not with you, but I was there. Yeah.
Okay, but so I did my scene with Mike V and Carrie Hart.
Yeah, I was there with you. I was in the B team car.
But you didn't. Did you fly with us? You didn't fly with us to that.
Nah.
Okay, so this is a pretty good story. They chartered a jet up to wherever that bridge was. I want to say it's near Sacramento.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
No. Someone
We're
out there
on a
knows.
big bridge.
You know what? They drove the car off the bridge.
Yeah.
And then he skydives.
I was in the van. I was the camera guy out the window with the camera.
Right. But we didn't shoot at the same time.
Right. Because I was there with Carrie Hart. I didn't see you.
I feel like we didn't shoot at the same time.
We didn't hang out in that movie. So yeah, you're right. But I did hang out with Carrie. And
yeah,
I was
but
there for the
Carrie
dude
had a more significant scene. Or maybe
the stunt guy that was
I was the one driving
the Cadillac, right?
Yeah, the Cadillac
with Rick Thorne.
Yes.
So you were at the bottom and you
I was the rescue guy. Yes,
I'm the guy at the top of the bridge.
All right.
So
okay.
that's where
now we have established it. Other people who watched the movie were like, you guys are idiots. Yes, I was the rescue guy. So anyway, they chartered this jet from LA, from Van Nuys, and everyone's on it. The second unit crew, Mike, Carrie Hart, because I guess he was more prominent in that scene, and then the plane's on the runway waiting for Vin Diesel, and he just ghosts them. He's not showing up.
How does that?
Because he knew that there was a stunt guy that had his mask. Yeah. There was a stunt guy that had literally I don't know how.
That guy was terrifying. He looked terrifying. He had a Vin Diesel mask on. Maybe in the movie, in the back of his head looks like Vin Diesel, but in real life, his head looked fucking terrifying.
Yes.
He looked like a burn victim.
I'm getting there, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I know what you're saying, though, because what Vin Diesel realized was that that guy, his main stunt double, had his Vin Diesel mask, and so he could just probably do the scene without him or whatever, but he didn't really make it known. He just disappeared. And I'll never forget, the director was just like, come on. He's like, come. Oh, Vin's he's just messing on, whatever it is. He's leaving us hanging. He's like, well, I'll tell you what. We got 3 X Games stars on this plane. We got our crew. We got a stunt double. Let's go. And then the plane took off.
Yeah.
And then we landed in Sacramento or whatever. And that dude put on the mask. And I remember looking at him and every time he would catch me staring at him, he's like,
because it's scary.
He's like, you don't like this thing, do you? I go, no, it's freaking me out.
It fucking scared me.
Because his eyes are sunken in on it. It was
all wrong.
Yeah.
It's all wrong.
It definitely was Vin Diesel's face.
Yeah.
But in a distorted, horror way.
And too big. Because it's a mask over a person's head.
It was so strange.
Yeah. And he's got all the leathers on and that thing. Yeah. He scared the shit out of me. Wherever he showed up, I'd be like, that guy.
But the coolest part for me was that the stunt coordinator taught me how to drift that day.
What?
Because I had to do donuts in the Cadillac.
Yeah.
Because I was the getaway driver.
Yeah.
And he's like, just do this, turn the wheel this way, and I'm just like, yeah.
So you got to practice that for a while, just churn it up.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
That's my favorite stuff right there. Yeah. That movie, that guy. Did you meet him on the movie? Vin Diesel?
I did in the scene where they break into the loft.
Yeah.
I was skating in that
That's where we
scene.
hung out.
That's where we hung out, yeah. I was in that scene with that crazy quarter pipe that was 6-foot transition.
See, you're skating that ramp, and they put me with this really hot black chick that was in Baywatch or whatever, and she's chatting me up in between takes.
Oh, and
I'm just too basic to get it, dude. I'm just like, she wants me. You don't have to do much for me to think you want to have sexual relations. I'm fucking like, you want? Wow, really want to bone me? And then it's like, cut, and she just takes off, and I'm like, can I get your number? And she's like, why do I feel like I did get it, but it was just she gave it to me to be nice, but I was like, oh, I'm in, and then just no response.
That was the first time I ever saw alcoholic drinks without alcohol in them.
Oh yeah,
and fake labels.
Oh yeah, they went hard.
It couldn't be Miller or whatever.
Dude, Samuel L. Jackson talked to me that night.
I know that was
so friendly. And then at the movie premiere, after it, I'm at the hors d'oeuvres big thing where all dickheads are, and he's like, Jason,
Dude, he's so cool.
I'm like, yeah. He's like, you like the movie? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, you did good. And I'm like, this guy fucking said my name.
Yeah.
I talked to him for 10 seconds that day. How the fuck do you know my name? And what a move. Because for the rest of my life, I'm like, that guy is awesome.
I met him at one of the Laurence Awards, and exactly that.
Such a good
one of the
dude,
coolest
right?
dudes, yeah, ever. And genuine with his time, affable, just like, yeah, and then just moves on, like, cool.
Yeah. Goes a long way, though.
Dude, it's awesome.
Lawrence Fishburne did that as well on my show. And I was like, Laurence Fishburne's a fucking man. When I was talking to him in the middle of the interview and I had my heat wave glasses on it. Heat wave, I wanted pink lenses, so Heat Wave hooked me up. So I got my Heat Wave pink lenses on, and Laurence Fishburne goes, what did he call them? He said, he's like, your glasses are some like dope lit fire word. I can't remember what it was, but he was like, those glasses are fucking fire or some shit. And I was like, thanks, Laurence Fishburne. And then after the show, I'm like, yeah, photo. And then he wants to talk, and he's like, I like your t-shirt. That reminds me of this movie. And I'm like, are we having a fucking serious conversation with Laurence Fishburne? Yeah. Like, hey, man, you guys take care of yourself. Hell of a show. I'm like, that guy, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah. Never forget you. I'll never forget you. Yep. And what a great person you are from just that 5 minutes of actually making an effort. Not because I had many celebrity actors where they go, yep, good. And I'm like, man, I don't think you even know you're here.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's sometimes hard to believe that they continue on to be successful, because I feel like people just don't want to. I mean, if they're crazy talented, that's just how it is. But
isn't there the Bruce Willis one where there's a lot of directors that say that it was the worst time in their life? Like more than one person has said that.
I just remember Jack Black saying that whatever he flew to Paris to get sandwiches or something.
Okay,
baller. I don't want to talk shit about people.
Well, I think Bruce Willis prides himself on being difficult to deal with.
I met Bruce Willis at an event.
Very nice.
Super cool. And just down, funny. He wasn't filming, he wasn't acting, but I had a very enjoyable experience hanging out with him.
Well, then there you go.
And his kids.
All these other people saying stuff are shit talkers.
And Rumor and Tallulah, and they were all super cool. I enjoyed my time with them.
All right, well, good. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was shy. He's one of my favorite actors.
Oh yeah,
and one of my favorite. Like when people said, "Who would I ever want on my show?" He was top two. I wanted to talk to Bruce Willis and James Hetfield.
Oh, he's great. Yeah. But I mean, you can go ahead with your story.
It's probably a lie.
Oh, it's not your own story.
Of Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Bruce. If I had a story about Bruce Willis, it would be good. Even if he was like, "You suck hard, fuck off," I'd be like, "Bruce Willis is a man. He told me to fuck off."
All right, let's see. Who's coolest celebrities, actors, whatever that you met?
Oh, the coolest.
Seth Green.
Little guy.
Cool. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I never met him.
I'm just throwing him out.
Okay, he was very nice to you, and you felt like it was sincere.
Oh yeah, no.
Do you ever get the feeling some people are being sincere because you're Tony Hawk, and if you weren't Tony Hawk, they'd be a dick?
I have come far enough to know the difference.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be pretentious. I can just tell where it's just like, oh, I know you. Maybe you can do something for me, and there's this vibe, and hey, man, send me a skateboard. Just whatever it is. But I can tell when they're just cool.
Okay. Mine's always like, if you're really nice to me and you shine my co-host, I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, because he's not the host, you're not.
Yeah, because he's not the one that can provide something for you.
Right. Which I immediately go, oh, you're kind of a dick,
Yeah.
And you're putting me, because my co-hosts are my friends.
Yeah.
So when you do that, now you're putting me in the too cool, and I'm not.
Same thing, but like in this building, when people walk in and they're coming to meet me or whatever it is, and the way they treat everyone else, just like, come on, dude.
Right.
Everyone's here. Everyone deserves respect.
People. They're all people.
And also they're the ones that are facilitating you getting here.
Right.
Like, I just sent an email out. I'm not, I'm not doing the heavy lifting.
You're just standing there with your pads on. Is he here yet?
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of somebody. I felt like no one's really like, those are the ones where I went, whoa, unnecessary, but still very kind-hearted. What a guy.
Yeah.
And the rest of them.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
When I did parental guidance. She's awesome. So awesome.
Wow. Do you still talk to her?
No, I mean, I didn't have any contact with her before that. I just, when she was on the set, she was just really friendly and, like just gave off a super fun energy.
Right. To everybody.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's got to go a long way for acting. If you're enjoyable to be around, they go, we'll have them back.
And if anyone's out there, also learn everyone's names.
Yeah, I'm the worst at that.
Just because they're doing hair, doing makeup, whatever, it doesn't make them any less important or you got to value their time too.
I would always be friends with all those people and not the actor.
Yeah, I've done that too.
That was because I was like, stunt guy is my guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Actor guy, like I talked to Vin Diesel and he just had this look on his face the whole time where I was like, what are you so fucking smug about?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? Like, all I did was sit down. He's just like, I'm like, okay, I've sat down. Is this going to drop? Nah. Just feeling yourself. And then I remember I had a what's that fucking hat? Kangol fucking things.
Yeah.
I had one of those on when I met him, and then at the red carpet for the movie premiere, he had one on, and I was claiming he copied me. I was like, oh, he got that from me. That's where I live. World of bullshit. She wants to fuck me, he wants to fuck me, and that guy's ripping me off. Next question. That's my whole life. I'm not sure. Whitney Cummings DMs me about comedy, and I'm like, does she want to have sex with me? And my wife's like, probably not, you fucking weirdo.
She sends me messages about migraine remedies for my wife.
All right, okay.
Yeah, because she connected with that. We were talking about it when I did the show.
Yeah.
And ever since then, that's been the line of communication.
I get that. You're looking out for
she's
each other.
helped immensely. Yeah, because
she knows a
Kathy.
lot about
Yeah,
it.
because Kathy will get one and takes her out for days, and it's like it's debilitating. It's disruptive. It's super hard, and Whitney's been a big help with that. I do want to talk about. We were just saying, what was the movie? Oh, I said Marissa Tomei on on Parental Guidance. It was actually Daddy's Home. That was the movie I did where she was on the set.
Yeah.
Daddy's Home was the one with Will Ferrell.
Yep. So
when I did that movie, and you're talking about like hanging out with the crew and whatever, I was there. I was purely there as a stuntman. I was Will's stunt double for the show. McGill was what's his name? Mark Wahlberg's
stunt double.
And I got rocked shooting it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they built this super sketchy mini vert ramp that we were supposed to be doing tricks on. The most slippery ramp that I've skated in years. And it's probably, I want to say maybe 8.5, 9 feet tall to vert.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike and I were Mike was doing inverts, which I was amazed. We're like doing rock and rolls and little body jars and stuff. It was really hard. And then they wanted me to do this stunt where I'm supposed to go up and flip and land on the flat. And as Will.
Yeah.
Because that's the big slam. Like he passes out. Like that's the scene. Anyone who's seen the movie knows what I'm talking about. And so I go, okay, well, I can definitely like bail a 540. Right?
Yeah, me too, man. Hire me.
Yeah.
I'll bail the shit out of those.
But what happened was this ramp was so sketchy that I just couldn't get any lift. And I did a 5 and it came out over the deck and bounced off my leg on PVC coping, not standard, not regulation size PVC, but like thin PVC coping.
Man, I love how movies, all the money in the world,
just like all the,
and somehow you
so
built,
much
like
effort.
You hired me to build the ramp.
Oh man, that's such a running.
They could have called you, and you could have called the ramp guy, and it would have been like 1,000 times better. Could have been the same size. They would have made it where you guys flew.
Well, that's okay. So I digress, but the show I told you about earlier, where they wanted me to do these crazy tricks.
Yeah,
they were going to get some ramp that has been around forever, that has weird transition.
Where do they find this?
Like really weird dimensions.
Where do you find this?
And they sent me the dimensions, and they sent me a video of someone skating that I know is a super gnarly vert skater, and he was barely doing anything. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll make it work, but why? Why do you want to limit it so much?
Yeah.
And then I finally got the word today. They're like, oh, they're just gonna hire a builder. What's the dimensions you want? Like, yes, thank you. But for this one, I don't know who was the consultant, and they wanted to fit it in the space. I get it. It was like a backyard scene. there was a play structure here, so it had to fit in a certain space. But all you did was call me, and I could have made something that would have been a lot easier. Anyway, I go up, I bounce off the coping, and I felt like this numbness. That it was from my upper calf, and I felt this numbness. I was like, "Oh, that was a good hit." And then all of a sudden, blood just starts staining the pants that I'm wearing, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, you're cut open,
way open. Yeah,
stitches bad.
Yeah. Oh. And then when something like that happens on a movie set, it's full panic scramble. It's like the worst thing has ever happened.
Because they could be sued or something.
And that's what I was saying. The connection I made with the stunt guys, they were just like, "Oh, bummer." And that's my attitude too. Like, let me go get this closed up, but we'll get back into it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You're done. You're not going to be able to do anything else on this film."
And did you say no? I
was like, "No, I
can totally skip.
Yeah, I can do it."
Yeah.
They're like, no. And so I went to the hospital, got stitches. It was like, I don't know, it was open like that much, but it was wide. It was where the skin's really tight.
Oh, an impact hole.
Impact hole, yeah.
Instead of the slash, the skin hits the bone and opens up.
Yeah, it just opens up. Yeah. And so it was like.
Those are fun to sew up.
Yeah, sarcastic. You have to like pull them from the sides.
Yep.
Anyway, I get it stitched up, and then I go back to the set.
Ready to go.
Yeah, and they're just like, "You're done." And then Mark Wahlberg and Will come over and like, "Oh man, I'm really sorry you got her." I was like, "Dude, what? No, this is what I do.
Yeah.
I'm down. Like, this is okay.
Yeah.
I can do the other thing you want me to do." And they're just like, "Sorry, man, it's not gonna." And then they had this other guy who kind of looks like Will, was his size, already dressed up in the gear that I had on. I was like, "Oh man,
what's he doing?"
He was gonna do a stunt where he drops off the roof.
Yeah, I saw
You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
So I had already done the drop off the roof wearing a harness, or a line.
Yeah.
That slows your descent down. But they needed a scene where he starts on the roof, like either a tail drop or a kick turn. Luckily, this guy could skate and was goofy footed.
What is the theory behind you not doing it if you're standing there saying you're okay?
It's just there. It's the
insurance things.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, I get it, and being on the other side of it, I understand when people get hurt.
If the guy's wounded, you cannot.
And also, like, you're negligent. You could be negligent. You're liable.
If you got hurt again because your leg was cut and you were just saying you could make it and you couldn't, then everybody's fucked.
Yeah. Or only if I go down that path of blaming people, but I would never do. Anyway, I get it.
But they have to
it
think
is
that
frustrating,
you could
but
be
also,
the worst guy.
when I came back, the stunt dudes were just like, yeah, what's up, man? Like, back at it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, because that's
like, you can't work.
Yeah, when people do dangerous stuff for a living, you when you get hurt, it's the game, man.
But that's the thing is all the stunt guys were just like, "Oh, cool, good to see you," and then all the other A unit crew and principal actors were just like, "Dude, I'm so sorry."
It's not normal.
You know what I do for a living, right?
I know, but I can also understand stitches. Some people have never had them. You have had them so many times. How many times have you had stitches? No fucking idea. Me too. No fucking idea.
Yeah.
If it happens, it's more to me. I go, fuck. I gotta get fucking emergency room.
Yeah, because it's so much time.
Yeah, that's my only beef with it.
Exactly,
if you could just whack it right now.
That's so funny.
It'd
it's
be
exactly
so much
it. When
better.
I see an opening, I'm just like, oh man, that's like half my day now.
Yeah.
Trying to get that fixed.
I used to bring a PSP with me at all times, so when I got hurt, I could have some fun in the ER. Because they'd always say, go over there and wait. And I'd be like, okay.
I just found this new thing. I haven't actually tried one yet, but I bought it because when I buy in bulk these bandages for my shin.
Yeah.
Like I literally buy a pack of 100 at a time.
Yeah, smart.
And I saw, if you like this, you should buy this. And it's like a steri strip thing, but with a metal piece holding it together.
Ooh.
Like a little metal rod.
You could be your own doctor.
Like your own staples.
You push it in.
You don't push it in, but as long as you get it connected to the edges, to both sides of where you need stitches,
that'll
hold it even tighter.
Wow.
So I haven't tried them yet. I'll let you know if I do.
Did I tell you the one where I kicked the pole and my leg got stuck on a bracket on a pole?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the nurse had to do she had
talked
plastic
about that,
salad tossers. One in here and one in here, and she was pulling on it, and
Yeah.
then when she took the salad tosser out, it went bing, 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 bing.
That's how I thought when I got the stitches on Daddy's home. It was so tight that I thought that's what was going to happen.
All right.
So I think I actually went and got really adhesive bandages to get it extra pulled together because I just felt like I was going to have it open up in my pants again.
Man, I'm thinking of an idea right now that you and I should bring out like staples or something for
signature staples.
Yeah, man, because fuck, doc. No offense to emergency rooms, but you're very busy. We don't need to go. We don't need your shit, man. We need a little box that has a little needle in it and the fucking staple things.
Oh, you should see my toiletry kit that I travel with.
You have stitches shit in there?
Oh yeah.
Have you sewn yourself up?
I had not sewn it. No, but steri strips. The really tight ones that bring it. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to do?
No, I didn't. I think one time there was a minute where I was like, I could just sew this up, but I didn't want to. It was in a place, dude, where it would left a nasty scar.
Okay. Have you tried it without the needle?
You mean without painkiller?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have.
Yeah.
Because I was getting stitches a lot at one point, and the needle it really hurts. They put it in your bone. Yeah. It's a real eye opener.
On your bone?
Oh, man, if it's in your fingers, it's like.
Oh, in your finger, yeah, but I mean,
okay,
I'm talking
not in the
about
bone, but look, that needle wakes you up. I don't know how. I got a cut, I got stitches. Obviously, there was an impact. That's a pain. But then when that needle goes in, that's a different pain. I'm like, oh.
You're talking about the needle they thread.
No, the numbing thing.
Oh, the numbing thing. Yeah.
So
right.
One time I was like, I don't stop doing that. That hurts. Just fucking sew me up.
Yeah.
And he was like, really? And I go, yeah, man. I've had stitches like fucking 7 times this year. I'm sick of that needle. It kills me. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. And he's like, you know what? Okay, I'll show you how it is. And I was like, okay, good. Soon as he stabbed me with I was like, give me the fucking needle. I was wrong. The needle is very good. The numbing, whatever it is.
Yes.
But,
the anesthesia.
Thank you. I knew a girl named that. I don't want to go there. But anyway.
What? No, you went Anastasia.
I knew a girl named
Anastasia.
What's the difference?
The spelling, for the most part, and the origin.
I always thought they were both just like. I'm glad I could make one funny before the show ended. I always thought that girls were named after just being numbed and unconscious. I was like, that's a really hoary name. You know that, right?
I think there might have been some lost in translation accent too.
Man, I feel like I should not have admitted that on this podcast.
Anastasia. There was a Disney
I was like,
princess
who
named Anastasia.
names their kid
Anesthesia.
numbing needles? You know, like or being knocked out, like it's anesthesia.
Wow.
Oh,
Would
man.
you have treated her differently if you'd known it was Anastasia?
Well, what does Anastasia mean? I'm crying.
I don't know. Do you think I have like Greek origins of naming?
Is it Greek?
Maybe or Latin. But it's not.
So it doesn't mean
Anastasia.
Doesn't mean knock you out.
No, and it's spelled.
Makes more sense now because I was like, man, who names themselves that? I might know somebody named Anesthesia though, because you don't know my friends.
You don't.
I might know a girl that's all about. Her name is Knock You Out.
Okay,
I could be wrong, but yeah, there you go. I learned something today. All right,
there you go. I wonder if anyone else has heard her say her name and thought that.
I just listened to a podcast where somebody said her name was Anesthesia. I'm like, man,
you keep saying
who names themselves that? So I always thought it was a girl that changed her name from Jenny to Anesthesia. I didn't think that parents ever named somebody that. I thought more that you had a terrible upbringing. You're like, that's it. Now I'm Anesthesia. You know, like I changed my name to Chainsaw or something, you know? That's what I thought it was like.
Yeah.
That was wrong. This is going to be the promo for the show, isn't it?
You know what? We got to start being more proactive. I apologize to Josh and to Eddie who work on the show that it takes me a long time to figure out what is going to be the promo sometimes. And they're like, hey, can you get me that? Can you tell me what time code it is? And I'm doing a million other things. And
I get it because I get it for that and the Jason L show the same day. And I look at you and go, are you doing it? Are you doing it? Guys, I really hope you do, because if you don't,
you know there's one due right now.
We haven't picked it.
We haven't picked it.
You haven't picked it.
I see how it is.
You do better. You pick better, and then you bring all these videos from years ago to add to it. Like you're. I need you on the Jason Ellis show because when it comes to promos, I pick it, and then if there's any video of yesteryear, like I fucked up the last one, the car crash. I had photos of the car crash, and I was impressed.
But you put it out on social media.
I know, but I didn't give it to them.
Yeah, I know. You got to step it up.
I agree.
That was pretty good though. That was, and it was exactly how I imagined it. The car crash,
right?
With you standing on the roof, like
yeah. I wasn't going. Yeah, I was
pretty good.
Saying I'm alive.
Yeah, no, but you said I'm alive, and then
it did turn into
yeah. It's funny because when I was looking for some photos and video reference the other night, she's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "Oh, I'm trying to find something for the." She's like, "You know how much time you spend just trying to find stuff and listening to and highlighting." I'm like, I know, I want it to be good.
It's a passion.
Yeah, I love it.
It's doing really well. People love it, dude.
I'm thankful.
It's a thing, and I really appreciate everybody that messages me.
Everyone know we're not doing this for money.
No. Somebody asked me that.
It is the least lucrative thing that I do in my life.
You're in the top 100 podcasts. I was like, yeah. You must be making tons of money. I was like, Tony and I don't know anything about it. And it was Dingo, and he just laughed for like 10 minutes at me. He's like, both of you don't know. I'm like, no. He's like, you don't know any? I'm like, no. I'm like, I think it's doing good though.
Yeah, but I saw it was like the top 100 of a specific category of podcasts.
Oh.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I don't mean to burst your bubble, but you sent it to me, and the screenshot had in this category.
What category?
I don't know. You had this.
Not comedy.
No, it was like sport and entertainment or something like that.
Oh. Sport and entertainment.
Take what we can get.
Yeah. Good point. But
sport and culture. That's what it was. Or entertainment and culture. I don't know. Who cares?
That's not bad.
That's
entertainment
fine.
and culture is like a lot, right?
We're in a top 100.
I'm going to go and check out that list and see who's ahead of me and see what's going on here. You got to have goals, man. You know, I want to get that thing on I get that email where it shows the top 10. It's always my friends.
Oh,
you know, sick. Dax Shepard. I'm like, look, I love you, Dax, but get the fuck out of here if you want to have a race on podcasting. He asked
Sam Jones and me to be on the show. Sorry.
You know, when I got fired, I was like, hey, man, it'd be really cool if I get in your show. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, whenever you're ready. He's like, to be honest, dude, it's more of a female show, and you're not really like the stuff that we talk about. And I was like, oh, okay. And then every now and then I see a guy, and I'm like,
do you mean a female show like it's geared
it's a
towards
female
females?
Audience, he said.
So he mostly has female guests?
No, that it's topics that females would enjoy. And I'm very not female.
I feel like I'm just going to go there and just be like, here in Idiocracy.
Which
I love that
I would
movie.
really like if you did that over and over again. Remember when you were in Idiocracy?
Remember when you said, I like money?
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
Can you just say one time, I like money? Just please do that. Tell me when you're on so I can text questions, fucking harass him. But I love the guy. I always will. He really, I get it. Jason's crazy. I'm doing other stuff.
Oh, another guy. I actually, and I'm sorry that you might feel slighted from that.
I don't.
Okay. But he's another guy I met who was super cool across the board.
He's a very good dude.
Yeah.
He took me under his wing and really tried to help me. I think that part of where I'm a lot more level-headed with using and stuff, I owe that to him. I did do a year and a half at the thing you do to stop drinking. And I took a lot of that with me now because I don't go to meetings anymore. I don't have a choice about drinking. So kind of makes it easier. It's like, I definitely don't want to die. So there goes my drinking. Like I could, whatever mood swing I have, or you're all drinking and I'm not, I'm like, well, there's death. So it's pretty easy not to drink.
Yeah, but some people can't even make that correlation or that commitment. A lot of people can't. Even though it's the most detrimental thing to their health, they're just like, I can't stop.
I just love being alive so much. I've been on the table before with the heart monitors, and I've had people tell me that this might be it. And I can tell you, if you haven't been there, you want to be here, and you want to make the most of it, and you want to enjoy everybody you're around, and you want to love life. You want to cry tears of joy before it goes away and you never get it again. So to me, drinking I don't even get the fuck out of here. And I've never been better. I wasn't even doing it that much, but I can tell even a little bit, even a casual one for me was making me half the man that I am today.
Yeah.
And look what's happening. I can tell from this hustle and me like, wake the fuck up, dude. Like, let's get everything you've ever had in you. Get it out. Like, don't go hide in a corner and be like, oh, I'll be all right. Like tomorrow, another day. No, do it all. And it's working. I've never been mentally better too. I'm very happy with little things, like I take time now where I go, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I never did that.
Yeah.
I would just be like, cool, great. And then off I go.
Yeah, on to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, not enjoying any moments.
And all that work.
Yeah.
And then,
like last night when my daughter, she wanted to go to the diner. That was one of the most fun dinner things I've done in a while.
You're so lucky to know that. Like, you're very lucky, but to know that when it's happening, a lot of people, especially go-getters like yourself, it's on to the next.
Yeah.
Very difficult to go.
Or just more like, I think more my attitude as a parent too used to be, okay, I'm facilitating this. Let's go to the diner. Here you go. Now you're doing the thing you wanted to do. And I made it happen.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really engaging in it.
Yeah. Because you're so occupied with trying to do the thing you've been
do
doing.
The next thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, man. You get totally wrapped up in it. But definitely we had some really funny laughs because she was texting her stepbrothers about us being there. Like, you guys want anything? And I know what they're gonna say. Like, I'm in communication with all of them so much.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, just ask Miles wants something. And I go, but I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna reply, I'm good. And then if we get him something, he'll eat it. That's how it's going to go. And she's like, well, what if he says he wants something and then he wants to see the menu? I'm like, it's not going to happen. She said, you want to bet? I'm like, yeah, I'll bet you. She goes, what if he says, text me in the menu? I go, I'll give you $1,000 if that happens. That is not going to happen.
That is a lot.
And I'm so certain, I'll bet you 100 that he texts, I'm good. And then 10 minutes later, I'm good.
You've got those guys down,
huh? I know that. I'm like, I live here. What are you talking about?
I take care of you, all day.
She's like, we actually had this conversation. I go, this isn't Truman Show. I'm not just like in a waiting room waiting for your life to happen. And then I come out and do it. Like, I'm doing all kinds of stuff in the meantime.
I get a text message from my son BMXing. Build a jump and jump big gap. I'm like, you BMX now? Yeah. I'm pretty, what was that? I'm pretty skilled bloodline. So things like that just come natural to me. Sarcasm, but also sincere. Both. Like, being cocky to me privately. But I was like, nice. Jokes and talent.
Yeah, that's good.
I like it. Yeah, I'm happy to see him out there doing that. But little things like that. I think I'm going to go skate the barracks with him this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick.
I've never been to the barracks. I don't even know what it is.
Not really going to be your thing, but
it's my son's thing.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna.
There's quarter pipes, right?
That is absolutely. I've been to the barracks a few times over the last couple of years, and for sure, the reason that I go, for the most part, is so my kids can skate.
Right.
I mean, I did a whole like street thing there, but every time it was more like, all right, who wants to go skate the barracks, and bring a whole crew of kids with me.
Right. Yeah, mine would be more sitting on the sidelines. Encouraging.
So they have one quarter pipe.
Well, so they do have quarter pipes.
They have quarter pipes, but they're not vert. But then they have one where it kind of sucks. they have a quarter pipe. It's like, I don't know, 6 feet tall maybe.
Yeah.
And then they've added an extension, but the extension you can move around. And so the extension has a metal sheet going over the coping. So you got to go like up the metal sheet to hit the vert part.
Yeah.
And the metal is starting to like kind of bend. So you hit like a full going up, and it kills all your flow and your speed. Yeah, no. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not a vert place. It's not meant to be a vert place. I'm just giving you fair warning.
Gonna be a videographer for that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting some sweet lines.
I want to see you kickflip on the bank though.
You realize everything when it comes to shit like that, it's done. Fucking on. Bet.
Okay.
What bank? Just tell me which one. I'm fucking kickflip the shit out of it.
Would you rather go over a hip or go just flat
over
bank?
Anything is what I'd rather do. But what?
Like flat bank or over a hip like a pyramid?
Man, doing a kickflip on a flat bank kickflip, or pop over, because that's a big kickflip. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that. I'd probably the flat bank.
All right.
Just a kickflip, 180.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna slow mo that to you when I make it. Don't worry.
Is it a bet?
Yeah.
I believe you can do it though.
Thanks, buddy. As long as I don't have
I was gonna bet you, like I bet you $100, but I do believe you can do it. I want you to do it, but if you want a waiver, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
If you want to wager,
I'll do it.
Let's go.
Because my son will be very happy to watch me eat shit for an hour in the corner
$100.
doing a kickflip. Yeah.
That's it became your son going to skate the barracks to him just filming you trying kickflips. That sounds super fun.
Yeah, get over there. I've got this one. Sweated out t-shirt. Like, don't even worry. I got this one.
I went through an entire. This is pretty funny, actually. When I did my whole video part there, I did Battle Commander, which is like the whole street part there. They wanted to shoot another thing with me with Donovan, who is kind of a fixture there, or was, and they wanted me to learn a new trick, and I wanted to learn laser flips. I've never done a laser flip. A laser flip is a heel flip, frontside 360 shove it.
Cool. Yep. Yeah.
All right. And I can get my board around sometimes, but I've never really made it. And when I do put my feet on, my board's not all the way around. Anyway, I figured this is my chance. I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn it.
On the flat?
Yeah. So I started trying the flat, couldn't get it. Started trying it on the bank because to get a little lift.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it. Started trying it over hip. Tried to shoot the bank to flat. 2 hours later, I am sweating, angry, yelling, trying, and Donovan has already gone through all of his comedy stuff, and he's just trying to get me to do it at this point. To the point where I'm using his board because he has smaller wheels, so maybe that'll give me an advantage.
Yeah.
And the closest I came was landing the board, but it was still cocked like 3/4.
Yeah.
And then I fell to the side, and I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And they're like, oh, tomorrow we'll do it. I'm like, you guys are never, ever trying laser flips again. Like, we're not coming back to do this. This isn't the mission. It was, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you for sticking with me.
Yeah.
But I can't do it. And then I go, look, if you want to shoot something, I've never done a big flip. Well, how about that?
Yeah.
And they're just like, nah.
Oh, come on.
I've really never done one. And I know I can do that. Like, I'm pretty certain I can do a big flip because I can do a 360 flip. I can turn my body 180.
Yeah.
Combine the two, and it's my first big flip ever, whatever. We did it the next day. That video.
Man, you went the next day.
Yeah, that video got more views than my Battle Commander.
The big flip.
The big flip. Yeah.
So you should do more.
So success.
So you should do more flat ground stuff.
It was just a funny, like, no, I shouldn't at all. I should be banned from it.
To be 2 hours deep with a sweaty t-shirt by yourself.
And on a trick where Donovan just, boom, every time. Oh, just try this. Try to flick it a little bit. Shove it this way a little more. And I was like, dude, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that sounds, I might retire again from skateboarding if I had that day. That sounds so painful. Especially if someone's encouraging me. It makes it worse. You've got it. I'm like, it's pretty apparent that I don't. But okay.
But I mean, I wouldn't approach it with the idea that I'm going to fail either. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, okay, I'll keep trying because you're telling me to. I was like, no, I'll try to get it. I'll try. I'll really try to get it. And I really did try to get it. And
Never again?
Try that trick?
Yeah.
Hell no.
No way.
No.
What about if one day it just felt good?
It's never going to.
Okay. Good.
Nothing on flat feels good to me.
I was going to try and make you a bet.
There's your code. There's your takeaway. No flat ground tricks feel good to me.
I might try laser flips.
Actually, I can do impossibles pretty easily.
I got a good impossible,
and I can wrap it around my foot.
I think I could still do that.
Really?
That one. I see now. I might have fucked myself. Oh God. Yeah. Oh God.
Let's see him. I got $100 on each one.
Oh, $200. I'm fucking
$100 kickflip. $100
I'm bringing
impossible.
3 t-shirts because we've got some work to do on Saturday. All right.
And wherever you want to kick, I don't care. As long as you're not grabbing it and it's not on vert.
Dude, trust me. I'm not a street guy, but I have respect for street dudes, and I don't do kickflip indies on a street course. I'm not from Brazil. I don't do that.
All right.
Okay,
that's it.
Like and describe.
Bet is on.
And you could still get a poster that we signed too, I think. I might be making that up and it might be sold out, but that means that you could have this one.
This one, the exact one? You just bent it. You don't want that one.
I bent it. I don't know if that helps. Probably not. Okay, I'll put it back. I can describe.
See you next week.